I did not think there was going to be a compare and contrast. What a beautiful lecture we heard from Dr. Agarwal. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Looking at the dates, it appears that both myself and Dr. Gas were contemporaries. So what an achievement, what an amount of contribution to ophthalmology. So thank you very much indeed for giving a very inspiring talk. Grateful to you. Now, I'm so happy to meet all of you who are assembled here for the alumni meeting. So, as your mentor, I have a great pleasure in welcoming you back to your mother institution. Thank you very much for coming. The second thing which I would like to mention is that we had a very beautiful session. Dr. Tarun Sharma and Chetan Rao and their associates had conducted a very beautiful Retina Summit 2016. And I must compliment them and mention that one of the talks which I gave there was Guru Devo Bhava. And I took a lot of them by surprise, including my wife Vasanthi, did not guess whom I'm going to talk about. And you all know that I talked about Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, inspiring personality, and so there are a lot of things which we could have shared, but time was limited, so we just discussed about only one important point, how he was such a great man, a man who had come from tradition of 2,500 years, who had sacrificed very important concepts about his sannyasa dharma, and did it just for the sake of a feeling for a simple, young human being like myself. So I hope you were able to make out many of the important facets of Jagat Guru, though I did not have an opportunity of talking about him in great detail. Today again I'm going to talk to you about a non-ophthalmic subject. I seem to be specializing in that nowadays, non-ophthalmic. And I did mention that I could not make A or B or C of what the scientific subjects are going on. But nonetheless, non-ophthalmic subjects still continue to have some ground. So I'm going to talk to you today about yet another non-ophthalmic subject, which is of great importance to all of you. The picture is already there, so probably you're going to know whom I'm going to talk about. There is also a video, which if time permits, I would request that to be placed. And this video was taken several years ago, maybe on one of the continuing medical education programs organized by Dr. Gopal. And we had an Indo-Israeli meeting, and in the Indo-Israeli meeting, we had an Israeli ophthalmologist who came and gave an interesting non-ophthalmic subject. I'm sure Nati, you remember that lecture, and I'm repeating that lecture after my talk, and sincerely hope that some of you who might not have seen it would find it inspiring. My talk earlier and video thereafter have a very definite connection, and I sincerely hope you find it enjoyable. Now, I did say that Mrs. Srimati M.S. Subbalakshmi Bharatratna was an important person in my life, an inspiring person. The definition which Dr. Tarun Sharma had given, talk about a person who had inspired you, who had made a tremendous change in your life. And there were many persons, and of course I had talked about Jagat Guru in the first meeting, and the second meeting today I'm going to talk to you about Srimati M.S. Subbalakshmi. I'm sure there is not one in this audience who has not heard a voice, very beautiful voice, very, what shall I say, melodious, devotional, full of bhakti rasa, as we call it. And this was in the year 1974, 75, I should say probably, when I had lots of problems having returned back to India from the United States. And MS Amma during one of the meetings, took aside Vasanthi and said that let him go anywhere he wants to in the world, any number of times he wants to go, but let him stay back in India. And that is how I stayed back, and that is how my rest of my life unfolded. And I owe a great deal to her and her husband, Shadashivam. Well, very interesting life, and so I'm really very fortunate, very, very happy indeed that we were born in the same era, had an opportunity of listening to her music, attending many of the concerts with her, and had her services available to our institution. The service which she has rendered to our institution, indeed, should be indicated, should be mentioned here. She had given benefit concerts in 5 major cities of India for developing Shankar Nethralaya. So you probably know what it is today is because of a contribution of a large number of people and to really motivate them. I was Mrs. S. N. Lakshmi and her husband Sadashivam. And 5 concerts endeared us, made us known in different parts of the country, and that is one important thing which she has done. You perhaps have to know that she has also placed the royalties of 3 long-playing records. 3 long-playing records, there was no days. There were only long-playing records. There is no tape, there is no CDs and all that. So the 3 long-playing records, the royalties of that were assigned to Shankar Nethralaya. Something remarkable, the Queen of Music assigning the royalties, our institution. And what is important is that is how, and her contribution made Shankar Nethralaya grow. So in return, a thought came to my mind that we should do something back in her name. Unfortunately, she is no more, and her husband is no more. And we should do something to propagate her name, to make her immortal. This is the word which I had used in the meeting in the United States, requesting people to contribute, come forward. And what can we, particularly myself, a little fellow, can do to immortalize her name? We thought of a few things which I mentioned there, and one of the things which I want to take home to all of you is that we should create another educational institution. The educational institution be in music, and let there be a chair in one of the American universities, well-known, famous American universities, a chair for Carnatic music named after her. This is my dream. And of course, rather expensive, extremely expensive. $2 million is what you need to deposit to the university to make a chair possible. We're making an attempt. There were a few people who are interested, but these are really well-known, wealthy, philanthropic persons. But even to them, $2 million is a very large amount of money. So what we would like to do is make a start and continue the efforts through the time. And whenever we collect 2 million, good. And maybe the 2 million will come very soon. With so many of you here, having heard me, I would like to appeal to all of you to come forwards with a generous donation towards creation of a chair for Srimati M.S. Lakshmi in the University of Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. We have been in touch with them, talked with them, have some negotiations now on that. Regarding the other steps we have taken, I would like to tell you also a very interesting thing which is going to happen on 15th of August, New York, at the United Nations General Assembly. A.R. Rahman is giving a concert as a tribute to Srimati M.S. Lakshmi. It's something which is very nice which is happening, and I would like a successful alumni meet, all of you to be there. And it is kind of like the next alumni meeting in United General Assembly. Sir?
He is there. Nati is coming.
Good, you're coming, very happy. And Shobhit Chawla is also likely to come, so very happy. Two are there. Maybe he can have more numbers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Sudha Raghunathan is giving a Carnatic music concert at the United Nations on the 2nd October. And both these, I'm sure you will remember because these are very important national holidays. The third important event which is taking place in New York happens to be a music concert of New York Philharmonic Orchestra by Zubin Mehta and Anushka Shankar. I'm sure the name is much familiar to all of you. Zubin and Anushka are giving a concert as a tribute in memory of, to immortalize the name of M.S. Subbulakshmi on the 5th of November. So if you'd like to come on August 15th and 5th of November again, most welcome, most welcome. There are 6 of the major cities and in the United States like Atlanta, Detroit, Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, where Sudha Raghunathan is giving a concert to a select group of people known as Friends of Shankar Nethralaya. I'm very happy that a group of volunteers in the United States, knowing what we're doing here, both from the point of view of patient care, and we're quite happy and impressed with the number of poor patients we are treating, education, and also research, which we're doing here. Very impressed, and so they form Friends of Shankar Nethralaya, who periodically conduct concerts. And one of the concerts which they're going to conduct this year happens to be that of Sudha Raghunathan. So if you have relatives, friends, particularly Dr. Professor Anita, you must attend.
Yes.
Make these see.
I spoke with Ms. Malti and found out the dates.
Okay. So I would like to say that these are things you would like to do this year, and this is how I've been keeping myself busy, non-ophthalmic work. Right? And I wouldn't be doing justice to this talk today if I don't mention, and I want you to take a guess. One of you who is presently here in this hall and had a rare distinction of accompanying M.S. Subbulakshmi. You should answer that question. You know the answer. Would you kindly stand up, please, so the people will know who you are?
And just
Thank you very much. So I would request the video to be shown now, and I request all of you to kindly excuse me. I have to leave immediately after this. So nice to meet you all. Thank you very much indeed for coming. Thank you.